Good evening and welcome to the world's
So a
greatest dog
very
show.
warm welcome this evening to the main arena and our events for the first evening of Crufts 2020. Frank Kane is joining me in the commentary booth, and to begin with this evening, we've got the Junior Warrant semi-final of the year competition.
And this is a competition for young dogs under the age of 18 months, which have done a lot of winning in their junior career. They've had to qualify for this competition at Discover Dogs in London, and here we're down to the last 9 dogs now.
10-15 minutes. Good evening and welcome, Jonathan Daltrey.
Thank you very much, Nick. So, welcome to the grand final of the Kennel Club's Junior Warrant Winner of the Year competition 2020 here at Crufts. Having started back in 1998, this is our 23rd grand final. And for the 10 finalists, it's a really great achievement just making it here to compete tonight at our spectacular finale. Before we meet our judge, I just want to tell you a very little bit about the competition. The Junior Warrant is a special Kennel Club award which is aimed at promoting those up-and-coming young dogs between the age of 6 and 18 months. Points can be won at Open and Championship shows, and a total of 25 in the 12-month showing window is their goal. Once achieved, the dogs had to compete in a qualifying heat held at open shows across the country for a place at the semi-finals held at the superb Discover Dogs at the Excel Centre in London in October. I had the honour of judging the semi-finals along with co-judge Darren Clark, and what a very difficult task it was for us to choose just 10 grand finalists. So before the magnificent 10 come into the main ring here at Crufts 2020, it now gives me enormous pleasure to introduce your judge for the competition, Sandra Marshall, escorted into the ring by Tom Mather, chairman of the Crufts Committee.
So here we have our judge for the evening.
Sandra Marshall, she's been a whippet breeder and also very successful with Vizslers. She did win the Hound Group at Crufts many years ago with a beautiful whippet, and here she is judging the Junior Warrant final tonight.
She's a lovely lady and is delighted and honoured to be here to judge these Super Juniors. A very warm Crufts welcome to Sandra Marshall.
Acknowledging the audience applause. It's a very lonely place out there in the middle of the ring until the dogs come in. Once the dogs come in,
yes, you can get your eye in.
Judging
yes.
takes over. So here's the first of them, the Chow Chow.
Unfortunately, the Chinese crested has had to withdraw, so the next is the first of the 2 toys. This is the English Toy Terrier.
Black and tan English Toy Terrier.
Followed by the Pug.
Huge round of applause for the next one in. There's the little Pug.
So now we have the Newfoundland, the only working...
Always a popular breed at Crufts, the Newfoundland. Great temperaments.
And there's a Brillard coming across.
And here's the little Pembroke Corgi.
The first of the 2 gun dogs is the Pointer.
Always a stylish dog, the Pointer, a liver and white here. Another gun dog, the Weimaraner.
Proudly representing the hounds is the Beagle.
And here we have the first of our hounds, a little Beagle.
And there we have our 9 finalists here.
So we have 9 grand finalists. Alas, the Chinese crested was unable to attend.
I think we'll probably see the judge
So we have
send them out and back to check the movement in this big arena. She's looked at them previously, but this is their first experience of the main ring.
Yes, many of these events that we see in the main arena are pre-judged, because otherwise it would just take too long to go through all the finalists. So the judge has had a chance to have a look, get her eye into all of these dogs, decide who she likes.
So she's just taking in the outlines, the outline and balance of the breeds. That's often the first indication of good breed type. Each of them she measures against their breed standard and sees the one which is closest to perfection for their breed.
And of course, as Frank said, all these young dogs. So this is a wonderful competition for getting for a feel for who's going to be taking group places maybe at some stage in the future.
Yes, it's usually a stairway to the stars. If they can win this, it's a great stepping stone. And now we see looking at the Chow and just looking at the dentition on the table.
And that characteristic black tongue, look at that, dark blue-black tongue.
And of course, sometimes the Chows are judged on the table, sometimes on the floor. Here we see the wonderful thick bone, the judge just going over, checking the...
Wonderful expression, getting fingers under that coat to feel the construction of the dog, how it's put together. Characteristic tail curled over the back with a full plume on it.
Lovely little neat ears, solid bone and substance under that coat.
Qualified this one at Durham County Canine Society, judged by Jane Gregory, owned by Peter Hollies and Tony Ann Carr.
And the judge looking at the gait, the Chow has a very special gait. It's rather a stilted gait. It's a little pedaling action in the rear, very correct for the breed. All breeds don't move in the same fashion. They have breed-specific movement.
And the Chow's very dignified, taking his time.
Which he should. That's a good handler that takes the breed at the right pace.
Wants to see him coming and going. So we've been round the ring to take a look at the gait and the side profile, and now she's sending them up and down so that she can look at the rear movement and the front movement as it comes back towards you. Generally, they want them to be as parallel as possible, don't they?
Yes,
those front
it's
and back
straight
legs.
vertical columns of bones. But, you know, this is already a champion. He's been very successful in his breed competition, so already a great success story there. Little Valentino, yes. Getting plenty of exercise in the big ring, but he's very much at home, isn't he? Yes. Strutting his stuff, looking at his mum. Am I doing all right, mum?
That's a proper bear, a
Yes.
proper bear. The Chow Chow.
The English Toy Terrier. Owned by
On the table now, champion Witchstone, place your bets at Capaldray. Obviously with a junior warrant title, an English Toy Terrier, black and tan, his name's Stanley.
Now, the wedge-shaped head and candle flame ears. The ears should be shaped like candle flames, and this one is black and tan, distinct tan on the muzzle, on the front of the legs and down the back legs.
And a very ancient breed, aren't they?
Yes, it's a miniaturization to a degree of the Manchester Terrier. Finer boned, but the same curve over the loin. This lovely glossy coat, and they should move with an extended trotting action, so that's extending the front legs forward. Again, full of confidence here.
Oh, absolutely, and at this level, I mean, these are still young dogs, but at this level, you need to have the confidence in the ring, don't you?
And we can see the lovely stride in front, really pointing its toes there.
Moira Bennett handling.
Another one that's already a champion. So had a great junior career. They'll be competing in their breed rings as well. You know, they can come here on this day, but they might be coming back on a different day. The English Toy Terrier, we might see how well it's done when it comes into the group.
So Stanley makes his way around this big ring. Sandra now turns her attention to the other toy in this exciting final, and this is Alex and Lucy Hill's Pug. Bred by Mrs. A. Lunham. This is
Now, there's that lovely action again, this correct ears, the lovely shape.
Using his ears.
Yes, absolutely.
A load of treats, or oh no, those look like sequins dropping off her costume.
Well, whatever it is, the dog likes them, yes.
Freddie qualified at the Gillingham and Sharp.
Now the pug is on the table. Anzella, Heaven on Earth with Calaquendi, with Lucy Hill handling. Very successful kennel from the north of England. The pug has to be a toy dog, but it has a lot of substance to it without being overdone. It's wonderful round head, plenty of work in it. That's wrinkle and dark ears, dark pigmentation on its face, and dark toenails. breed details.
And those gorgeous large eyes in proportion, that it's absolutely essential they're not over-exaggerated. They mustn't protrude too far or you can have all sorts of issues with eyes. A well-bred pug should have this gorgeous, unexaggerated face.
Absolutely, this fine coat and this twist of a tail over the back.
They are the cheekiest of little people to live with, aren't they?
Full of their look, and a very nice compact dog. He's a lovely size for a male pug, not too big, not overdone in any way. We don't want exaggeration in any breed. There's a little pug roll in his movement.
This one's called Freddie, and he qualified at Gillingham and Shaftesbury Show Society, just down the road from me.
Lovely dark eyes, big nostrils, very important for the breathing powers of the dog. Lovely little dark ears, full of quality.
The only competitor.
This is Blue, the Newfoundland, king of Helluland Love Actually at Dare Bear, imported from Svenska. Junior warrant and a show certificate of merit, belongs to Abby and Steve Adair. She's a classic giant breed, isn't she? Again, we were talking about not wanting exaggeration with the pug. It's the same with these giant breeds. You need the substance and the size without the exaggeration that can lead to problems.
They also have to remain athletic and cover the ground. Here, the water dog from North America, used in water rescue, used to bring in the fishing nets for the fishermen. Big ribs under that coat to give them buoyancy in the water. And the coat should have a bit of oiliness in it to give it waterproofing.
In fact, they say with Newfoundlands, they're so passionate about the water, you have a devil of a job to keep them out of it. Take them anywhere near a pond and that's it, they're in.
And striding out well. Tail just carried off the back. A lot of bone and substance under that coat and a lovely benevolent expression.
Really athletic mover as well, which is lovely to see. Pam Blay sent this one through from Sedgefield and District Agricultural and Horticultural Society, qualifying heat.
The bigger breeds take longer to mature, so there's still plenty of time for this one to develop further.
Owned and bred by Carol Foster.
Now the judge going over the Brillard, this French herding breed. Fosterbury Precious Hope from a famous kennel. They've done very well. The judge going over, what's she looking at? She's looking at the head shape and measuring it against the standard, looking at the eyes under the hair.
It is Darren Clark who endorsed
And
Deborah Morgan's
now we'll see it being asked to move. Now the coat of the Brillard should be crisp, almost like goat hair. Breed features are that they have double dew claws on the rear legs, and the tail should have a little crochet hook,
So
a turn up
clearly
at the
seen
end.
there.
Yes,
That's lovely. This is Hope. She's a bitch who was sent through by Deborah Morgan from Scunthorpe Canine Society qualifying heat. That top line needs to be maintained on the move, so you need the strength in the dog's back, shoulders and loins in order to keep that good top line.
And we're looking for economic action, covering the ground with the minimum of strides. That's called economy, and they have to work for long hours, so you want a good stride.
in the show ring, twin and tight squeeze. JW.
So the unmistakable little Corgi. This is Twine and Tight Squeeze. She's a bitch owned by Tracy Irving. That classic head with that melting expression.
A little foxy expression with his fairly large, moderately sized ears. They have to be moderate length in the body, low to ground. Their front legs should be straight, unlike the Cardigan, which have a little bit of crook in them. So the smaller variety of the Corgi being slightly more compact than the Cardigan.
Powerful on the move, though. Of course, these were herding dogs bred to come up behind cattle and nip at their heels to move them along, so you need sturdy little legs and plenty of economy of movement.
And plenty of character and courage as well. They're called heelers. They were heeling breed to nip at the heels and drive them on. So,
of course, much more popular these days as house pets, and their character certainly lends them to that. Although I'll say you one thing. If you own a Corgi, you'll get several hooverfuls of hair
when they're
spring
in
and
their mold,
autumn.
yes. So
It drifts like tumbleweed across the carpet.
So the judge is looking for the level top line held on the move and a good stride in front.
And of course,
So
corgis
first of
all
the two
carrying
young
tails
dogs.
now, which they didn't
This is
used
the
to. The
female.
cardigan corgi would have a tail, and the
Pointer.
Pembroke was traditionally docked, but no more.
owners
It's
this
lovely to see
time.
them with a tail.
Victoria and Zeus Norbury and Kyle Adams, and it's Kyle handling.
Sometimes
Ava,
they have natural
the pointer,
bobtails, and some
showing
breeders breed for the
Meadow
natural
Gold,
bobtail.
Amalan,
This one,
and
however, has the
Hartley
full
Joey.
tail. Now the judge going over the pointer, Meadow Bamalamat Heartbury. Here we're looking for a series of flowing curves. There's elegance in their outline, everything curvaceous and symmetrical. The judge just looking at the head. The head should have big nostrils to take in the scent, slightly concave muzzle, and it should go with a clean, free-striding action and a lashing tail.
I love the description. The tail's like a bee sting,
A
isn't
bee
it?
sting, so medium length. It should lash from side to side.
And when you look at the pointer in profile, that head is absolutely classic with the slightly... some people refer to it as a dish face.
Oh, a
where you-
concave, yes. And they carry the heads high to take in the scent when they're working. So big nostrils, very important. Oval bone and feet, and a lovely free stride on this one.
That's Ava, the pointer.
Weimaraner, known in the show ring as Brayfell Goshawk, JW.
Unmistakable, the beautiful ghost grey coat of the Weimaraner. This is Corinne Mertlot with Brayfell Goshawk, Reuben, sent through from the West Country Dog Show.
Through to this exciting finale at Discover Dogs.
Gaunt head, well chiseled, big nostrils again for the gun dog breeds. A lighter coloured eye which goes with this coat colour. There should be silver grey.
And it's easy to see there the power in this dog. Look at the power in the bone and the athleticism in the body. They can work all day long. Classic hunter pointer retrievers, so they do all the jobs that the guns require. They find the game, they point it to show you where it is, and then when it's been shot, they go and collect it.
And our judge, Sandra Marshall, has had a Weimaraner herself, so she'll be looking at this with a specialist eye. So, the grey ghost dog. We should get a very clean stride,
So this
accurate
is
vertical columns of bones coming
Reuben.
towards us. That's accurate front movement.
The little
Yes,
skip of a
yes,
youngster, though.
Yes.
These are junior dogs, remember, so they've still got a bit of show training to do, maybe.
Reuben the Weimaraner.
And then the opportunity to really extend the stride coming around this fantastic big piece of green carpet.
And the judge looking at the top line, which should be held level. It's a sign of good balance between the forehand and the rear.
And what dog people call reach and drive, which means the reach of those front legs and the drive from behind.
Getting the hocks well underneath the body, a good length of rear stride. There's our
Maddie
Weimaraner.
at home. And Maddie took Stuart Mallard's eye at Chesterfield.
Now, last of all, representing the hounds, this is champion Serenacre Made in America, Maddie the Beagle, sent through from Chesterfield and Pinkston Kennel Association qualifying heat. Look at the balance in that beautiful dog.
And a beautiful soft head and expression, one of the hallmarks of the Beagle. Soft eyes, dark eyes, this lovely melting expression. I see it's already a champion, so it's had a very good career in a very competitive breed. Nothing exaggerated about the Beagle. It's a workmanlike hound, fit for function. We aim to have fit for function dogs in all of our standards. And again, a very nice mover up and down.
This is a beautiful dog.
Absolutely.
And of course, Beagles are scent hounds, which basically means there is a whole world out there that you and I know nothing about, but that speaks to them whenever you take them outdoors. They want to just go. Get a
Yes.
scent, gone.
So if you ever see anyone in the park with a lead and no dog, it's perhaps a Beagle who's gone on the wander, yes. But this is a beautiful quality Beagle bitch.
The future of our sport.
So that's our finalists. We've had a chance to take a look at them all, and now our judge is going to select the Junior Warrant Final of the Year
Now,
competition winner.
a very impressive lineup. That little pug's taking the eye. Very correct. Brillard.
I'm going to go for the Beagle. I think that
Yeah,
Beagle was gorgeous.
Absolutely, it's taken my eye. And beautiful balance. Again, symmetry in the outline of the pointer.
What a joy to get such a nice final lineup as well.
All shapes and sizes, but she's measuring them against their breed standard, and that looks beautiful.
So the boards are in place.
So she's called for the boards. That means she's made her decision.
Competition is. Sandra has made a decision. The winner of
Who is
the
it going to
Junior
be?
Warrant final is
The black and tan.
The English Toy Terrier had a great career, already a champion.
Oh, that's such a lovely shot of the owner with a smiling face.
And in second place, it's the Newfoundland. So there you are.
And that little black and tan says, "I'll take you on. Come on, let's play."
It's a case of little and large, but full of bounce. Yes. Well.
So there we have it. Champion Witchstone, place your bets at Capildray. English Toy Terrier Stanley.
And living in Scotland, their journey has been very worthwhile to win this competition.
Sent through from the Bon Accord Kennel Association by Dave Chapman, who'll be absolutely thrilled to bits, I'm sure. Oh, having a good old bark at the camera.